Hello and welcome in. We are on Dragon's Lair today. Let me change over my scenes and we can get started. First off, how is everyone doing? Recess! I mean, you can't start a stream with a resub like that. 61 months, that's over 5 years of support. And now, I mean, there's no way for the stream to go up from there. How can it possibly go up from a 51-month resub? That's amazing. Thank you, Reese's. Welcome in, Danielle, Geo, Aladar, and Reese's. Anyone else who happens to be lurking and hasn't made their presence known yet, you're also welcome. Hello. Also, Geo, well done on doing the arrival sound you remembered. Every month of subbing brings 1% more luck, did you know? Ooh. So what happens when you get to 100 months? Just a thought. I suppose you can have more than 100% luck, it's just doubling your luck. Let me go to full screen and then Minecraft. Haha! It works! Oh! Wowza. Danielle, also going for a resub. Resus, I see your 61 months and add my 58. 119. If my maths is correct. I'm good at this. And Awidge, welcome in. Hang on, let me just... Nope. Nope, no trading to be done. Do this and I'll carry on with what I was about to say. Because if I don't do my trading, I will never stock up on supplies. And if I don't stock up on supplies, I'll never get building. See, Danielle knows the score. Danielle does know the score. Aldor says, I'm also 60 months, but not a resub time. No, you had... I feel like yours was very recent, Alatar. But also, the months seem to blur together. And whenever I think about it, I go, I remembered that person's sub. And then it turns out that it was like 3 weeks ago. Oh, so not as recent as my brain was telling me it was. I've spent today racking my brain as to where I want to play. And it's not because I don't have things to do. It's the other problem. I have too many things to do, and I couldn't decide which one to do. Because I am playing on Dragon's Lair on Friday with Impish Fox. And I plan on streaming on TV on Saturday. So therefore, Wednesday's stream is like, well, I could do TV, I could do Dragon's Lair. Both are good options. Which one do I prefer? And I couldn't pick. However, I do have a video that's not far from finished for Dragon's Lair. I just need to wrap up a couple of things and then I can do a little bit of editing and export it. So it kind of makes sense to focus on that. TV, I can pick for you. No, I've already picked. It's too late now. I've started. I can't change. I mean, I'd have to launch the other version of the game. Oh well, just saw my sum to myself and how long it's been. How long have you been partnered up? Affiliated. Wow, that's difficult for me to say. Too much things, says you. Yep. There's always too many things. And then I end up jumping on the server with you and JC and go, ooh, this inspires me. And then it adds another idea to my list of possibles. 18 months next resub is in 4 days. Wowza. Yep, that's a big deal. I'm going to need some supplies. I know what I'm doing, sort of. But let's just grab a few extra things from up here. Hello. It's just like, where'd he go? I came up the ladder and my cleric's not here. Yeah. I'm tucked into the corner. I will need... Yes. Yes. I don't think so, but maybe. Yes. Autocrafters. How does one make an autocrafter? Is it just a crafting table? Wow, I don't have a spare crafting table. Oh, this I do. Look at that. I nearly made more. Crafting table with... No, how... How does one make an autocrafter? It's like one of those. Like that, like there. Or maybe some of this. I don't know. quartz. Maybe quartz is involved. Quartz? Can it be quartz? Not quartz. Cool. Autocraft. Hey, Winch, I'm asking you. You know all these things about Minecraft. The reason I go live is partly because I really enjoy everyone's company, but it's also to cover up my shortcomings. And one of my shortcomings is not knowing how to make an autocrafter. I know. I'm not telling you. Really. Oh. Fine. I will Google it. Eventually. I need to just type Google into my phone rather than how to craft an autocrafter. Oh, it's got a dropper in it. That's why. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 8. I probably don't want to do that, but make some droppers. Droppers. If it's dispensers, I'm going to be very upset. Autocrafter! I'm having 5. I don't need 5, but I'm having 5. Ooh, a follow. Is it Hivo? Hivo? Please let me know how to pronounce it. Hivo or Hivo? Or something else that sounds completely different to that. Donkey? That's different. That was the most different my brain went to. Right, we got redstone. Oh. I feel like I've got everything I need. Worst case scenario, I come back. We are making a trip. I also need to pick up some rockets at some point. But well. There we go. Also, when I pronounce your name Hivo or Hivo, and the response is the same name in chat, like I don't know how to read it. I have to decide. The first one is Hivo. If it's wrong, I'm going with Hivo. If it's wrong, you can tell me no, you're wrong. To the nether. I'm not going to the. Why do I want to go to the nether? What on earth would make you think that I was going to go to the nether? That's ridiculous. That's death. Right. So my plan is to make an autocrafter so that bamboo goes into here. Right. At the moment, the button is all the way over here, which I don't want. I want to move the button to probably over there, and I might set up a automatic system to go off occasionally on its own, but for now it will be manual. So I want to move the button over there, and I want to have the items spat out and go along an item stream so they go into somewhere around here. But first off, let's make some space. I'm going to continue what's here over this way, so we have like a corridor. Basically mirroring that would do me. We go to there. That seems reasonable. The width of this bit, we're going to go same as that one. So 1, 2. Just to keep it consistent, give me some space to work in. The idea is going to be that the items are spitting out and get sent through an item stream. They'll probably get sent along here and then bubble up and then go over a filter so they can just on this side. We'll figure it out. Going out for dinner. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you very much for coming in, and thank you very much for the follow. Right, in line with this bit is here. We'll do that. I'm going to dig up. I should have brought torches. That would have been a smart thing to bring. Ow! We enjoy death. That is where. Okay. Where your mind went. You just want to see me suffer. I would say that's mean, but just kind of understandable. It's entertaining. Are you not amused? Not unless you're dead. Then I'll be amused. Also seem to have a cave above here of some kind, but we'll figure out in a bit. I love having haste in the air. It just makes things so much easier. As long as they're not gravel. Although... Ah! Didn't bring a shovel with me. Hey, Wedge. That was very mean. Well played. But mean! Ah! Oh. I'm okay! Somehow. Where am I? I'm lost! I can't tell which way I went. Oh, there's light over that way. Found my way out. Whew. That's scary. I'm ready for dinner to be over and it's only noon. Oh, for today. I don't know what... My brain read dinner from 2 lines above that. Which almost implies that my brain is fixated on food. Which it shouldn't be because, well, I've eaten. But despite having just eaten, it's always the case that when I stream, someone is going to be eating food. They will tell me about it and then all I can think about is food. Can we not talk about tea instead? That's much better, because I have tea, and I don't have to have tea envy. Which is less painful than pasta envy. I still need to dig a little bit more back here. Where did I dig to, and why did I dig so far? Okay, this is where I'm up to. We're okay. Must go enjoy the stream. Hivo, thank you very much. Hivo, Hivo. We'll choose one eventually. My brain will settle on one. Enjoy your food. Thank you very much again for coming in and thank you for the follow. Hope to see you either when you finish your food or maybe next time. Maybe I should get a shovel. I had one. Found one.
Grab a shovel.
Already done.
What is? Grab a shovel.
And now I have flint. Did I want flint? No. But that wasn't what I said. I said I have flint. Not that I want flint, just that I have it. Keep that tidy. Here. And we'll turn this about. I'm going to move this just in here. I thought I had one in here, but clearly not. You are going to go here. I will need to put a button on the wall somewhere to activate the farm. I am open to suggestions as to where you think it should be. There are some spots that it can be and some spots that it really can't be. Although that bit would work. Suppose. I mean, a wooden button there would be fine. It would need to be a spruce wooden button, but still. Slime, welcome in. What's good? Tea. Tea is good, obviously. At least that's what's good for me. What's good for you? I'm gonna grab this. Gonna make some spruce planks. Do I need 36? Nope. But I want one, and I'm having it. Gonna put you there. So on this side, we'd need to have the redstone signal coming out. If I make stone brick, we'll go beep, beep and beep. That's not visible to anything. Flying machine comes to here. We'll be good. We'll be fine. So boopity boop, boop. Yeah. That shouldn't be visible. Did you want on the other side for symmetry reasons? No, it's not for symmetry. It's not living there. That's living in my inventory. I can't see the floor that I've taken out, so we're good. Go here. Then this can become a little pathway. Again, I need to go grab torches. Please don't let me come back without torches. crawling is really slow. Now, when I activate it, I don't want to activate it here. I want to activate it in the middle so that I can have signal going both sides. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the farm will be flying. It's fine, don't worry about it. But that would go into a block there. We just have an inverted torch there. This comes out, this comes out. Should be what it is on the other side. That block's unnecessary. So here, it works. We take this out. It'll be a little bit awkward to run the items around, but I'll do that. I'll figure that out in a bit. Crafting table is fine. Take this out. I need to make sure it doesn't interact with that, so we might as well just take an extra lip back here. So if the redstone comes back here, take out this bit, put the torch back on the wall. That. And then we go like that. Currently the torch is off, which means it will be flying back and forth. Let's rip this out and we'll start placing some stone brick. All the inverters. Ah, why not? I'm doing it that way just so I don't have to think about it. So this would be stone brick all the way along here. We need a little bit more. I'm not doing it in the most efficient way. I'm also not that bothered. As long as it works, we'll be good. Right. Dust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I'm not using a repeater. Can you tell? No, but once we're down to 15, we'll invert it. We'll do another one. Gonna be a little bit of an annoyance to place this, do that, and then head out. If we end up with a wrong number, we'll just put one more inverting at the end. It's technically cheaper than using repeaters. Right, currently, the machine is on, which means when we connect this, it's still on, so we do need to invert it. That's kind of annoying, but perfectly doable. Let's just rip the ceiling out. Go one here, one there. Like that. So the default position is turned on at that end. We cover this up like so. Cover up the far end like so. I want to block this hole up at some point, but not yet. So with all of that in place, the machine will park. Yeah, that makes sense. So I press the button, sets it off. As soon as I've finished pressing the button, it's already back on at the far end, so it will dock there once it's done. And we have no redstone interfering, which is good. Now, if I were to continue the doorway, we'd match it up over here. Let's go with stone and stone. I didn't need to rip this bit out, I know, but yeah, well, ripped it out now, so I'll replace it. This side, 2 blocks above the door. 1, 2. So we go across here. That. I'm going to use regular stone in the top bit. That's level with the ceiling, so there's no point using brick. And same thing here. I might as well fill this just in case the light's not getting through to here. We got a torch there. I'm kind of okay with it. Boop, 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 boop. And then, oh no, gone horribly wrong. Tear it all down. Start again. And more stone brick. Crafting table, please. There's not the most efficient way of doing it, but I don't have a stone cutter with me, and realistically, I'm wasting stone. Stone is renewable. It's fine. So my plan for this room would probably be to have like a window where you can see the bamboo going up. I like the idea of seeing it. I've always enjoyed windows. Boop. So that goes there. What I'm going to do is rip out this corner block. So this is my way through for now. If we were to have storage for bamboo, how much storage do I want before it then goes into the autocrafter? Just map it out. I feel like 1 silo here is too few. Maybe we go with 3. We have 3 sets of chests that fill up with bamboo. Once they're full, anything over and above that gets turned into blocks. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. We're going to be using a lot of chests. It seems unnecessary, but I like it. I like the idea of over here, if we had something surrounding the tube. Perhaps smooth stone? Stone going up? Not smooth stone. You know some. Yeah, smooth stone. That's what it's called. We'd have glass here, smooth stone there, water here, with smooth stone behind. Three, how much scaffolding are you making? So it's more of a, if I have loads of chests and they fill up with bamboo, I'm only going to be storing 15 double chests of bamboo. And then it's there. And if they're full, then the rest gets turned into blocks. It doesn't, I don't see the downside in having that. You're right, it's more than I need. But also, maybe I want to. I'd say we go like 3 chests tall. So that's 9 double chests with hoppers in the back. I'd like to carry on the spruce through here. Let's map out the rest of the room. So again, we go wall there, wall there, wall there. And then back here, we Copy that so I can have a room through here. At some point, I'd want to put a planting room in. A tree room. I mean, sorry. Not there. This out. Out. That. You can craft manually as well. I know I can. I like the idea of just having a few double chests. Not a big deal. Yeah, why not? More of a space thing. You probably want more blocks than bamboo, but it's not reversible. So yeah, and realistically, at some point these double chests will fill up, and at that point, I just get bamboo blocks, and I'm okay with that. It's only going to take a little while to get that, especially if I set it up as an auto thing. Evo, welcome back. We are working on my bamboo solution. I'm going to want torches and to unload my pockets, so I'm going to head home. Head home, we'll unload the stuff that I don't need. Let's put the stuff that I do want in here, and then I don't have to carry it back and forth. Stone button can go for now. Spruce we want, dropper. Probably not quartz, but might as well stay. And stone brick. Well, let's make loads of stone brick. Everything else can go with me, and I can get some glass. I need some light sources. I want to decide what's going around this bubble elevator. Bubble elevator or just a regular? Probably just regular. I'm going to need water, glass, lanterns. Ooh, lanterns. That would probably work fine. As this is an odd number, if I just had a lantern hanging from here and here, same as this, just over there, I'd be okay with that. We do manual harvest only or hopper clock harvest. Probably hopper clock harvest with a turn off switch. Although how I do that, we'll see. Because at the moment, it's just a single line. So, yeah, you'd only have to invert one of these signals, turn one of these signals from on to off, so then work. So a hopper clock back here would even work. And it could be powered by either, and you just lock the hopper clock and it won't activate it. So there's ways to do it. I'm not doing a hopper clock at the moment. I was tempted to do something like a daylight sensor, but also it's quite satisfying to press the button and watch it do it and see the stuff come in. So we'll see. Rockets, glass, light sources, water sources, ketchup, mustard. Oh no, different kind of sources. Yeah, so I'm undecided. We'll see. And I want something other than stone brick to go around it. I could do like cut stone or... Oh, we could surround it with bamboo. Sausage? What'd you call me? Gotta take these. I'm going to offload junk into here. Do not need this right now. It can stay. Glass. I think I'd like to use light grey glass. I find that whilst that's clear, the edge line is very opaque, whereas the edge line isn't anywhere near as opaque, so I find that less distracting than that. Ketchup, mustard, sausage. I knew where you were going. Although when I think ketchup and mustard, I think of old computer cables. To be called a sausage, is that a good or a bad thing? I call people a silly sausage sometimes. It's not overly bad. Light grey, yes. Light grey. Yes. Wow, I have very little dye. We'll do that. We'll dye what we can, and that should actually be enough. I'm rather surprised I don't have ink. Although in fairness, I've just come off of TB where I have like 3 stacks of ink. Just because I'm on an island and I keep seeing squid and going, ooh, that'd be handy. Now if I were to smelt all this stone, do I already have some? The smooth stone, I kind of fancy that. I want lanterns, which would be in here. Oh, and chains, apparently. I thought chains would be in with iron. They are. They should be in here. Water buckets. I have none, but I have these 2 buckets here. And we'll go to the water. That's how we get water buckets. I must have used all of my ink on the grey glass I used. Where did I use grey glass? I was going to say on the grey glass I used for the slime farm, but no, that was tinted glass. Why do I not have... Oh, maybe I have ink and it's just not in dye form, therefore it'd be in the other chest. This makes sense. What else did I say I needed? Rockets. That'd be handy. Oh. Sure. More rockets than I need. Realistically, I've got space. Mob drops. Oh, that is where I have inks. Light sources. I did say that. You are quite right. Thank you. Question is, what kind of light sources do I want? Because I want something to go... I feel like I want something to go behind or to the side. Can't use shroom lights because I don't have... What did I have in the walls of... That was shroom lights. Okay. I think I want more shroom lights. Jack-o'-lanterns is a good shout. However, I'm using shroom lights in the walls of the bamboo farm. So I feel like it makes sense to continue that. And I only need about 4. I don't have a hoe. Just so you know. Boing. Boing. That should be enough to pick up 4. I did. At some point, I need to come in here and just clear more of this out. But again, I don't have a hoe yet. And I could craft one. It just feels like a waste of a diamond. Well, however many diamonds are in. 2? You can tell I don't often craft hoes. They're very useful. However, I haven't crafted many of them because even when they are useful, I need 1. And it's not necessarily useful until later on in the season. Whereas every server I've been on, even for a short hardcore or a challenge run, you end up needing a pickaxe. Go to an ancient city and grab one. I'd love to. I don't know where any ancient cities are currently. That'll do. Water buckets. Put the junk in here. I'll top off. I'm confident that I've forgotten something that I will want. But also, it doesn't matter. Bring with it will be fun. I'm not entirely sure I know what you're implying. Why would it be more fun with Wither? Why not suggest Jumpy? Why not suggest Ozza? I quite like the idea of doing a Ancient City Plaza. I haven't had an excuse to drag him onto the server. I'd like to. Bring guests. See, that's the sort of thing that I could organise for a couple of people to join me. Right. Bluestone is going here. And okay. Probably not needing to go quite that high. Figure that out in a bit. Spruce, I grabbed some already, so let's do that one. This one. I can do the doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need some torches down here and here for now. The stone brick. I'm going to do it to this height. Annoyingly, it's going to bring the gravel down, but yeah, what are you going to do? Other than complain. That, and then boop, 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 boop. It's probably taller in the middle than it is on the side, but I think we'll just come across it this way. That makes sense. That makes sense. Put some torches back here for now. This would be smooth stone, and then there'd be smooth stone at whatever height the window goes up to. Back here, I think I'm inclined to do just occasional lighting in the walls. We'd go something like that, and then a shroom light. How tall is that wall going to be? 2, 4, 5. 2, 4. Probably there then. Go stone brick. Stone brick. Like that. And again, it could just go in the middle. Middle seems better. Middle. You have many friends, I know. I do. I'm very lucky. That one goes there. Stone brick, stone brick. Stone brick, stone brick. I'm going to keep it as a full stone brick at the back. I'm not going to do a light in at the back. I feel like that would take away from... Yep, that makes sense. This would then come down here. And the distance I want to go to, let's see. Upper minecart goes to here. If I were to just dig down and spit it out, enough space. I have a hopper pointing down into a dropper, and then that's enough gap. Anyway, worst case scenario, I need 2 hoppers. Grab the stuff and the things. We can count the blocks over in a bit. Let's go. I'm gonna go further. Oh, okay. Was not expecting that. Sure. I will, however, need some bamboo. I can get some sticks. Where do I get bamboo from? Oh, yeah. There. Oh, yeah. How convenient. I need to do some signs. Let's figure this out. So satisfying. that'll work. Let's do an infinite water source in the floor here. Then I don't have to worry about when and where I use it. Signs. Yep, that'll work. Forbidden donut! Welcome in. Thank you for your resub.
Forbidden donut.
It's not forbidden. That's right. You're allowed to spend time with the bearded donut. Forbidden donut. Welcome in. How's your hump day? I'm drinking some flat Pepsi Max. It's hydrating, technically. One. I could just do F3. I am targeted at 490. Yeah, that's the important thing to know. 490. Whew, what a great number. 490. Whew. I do not have ice on me, which is going to be annoying. I also don't know where I would get ice. That's the thing about new worlds. I don't necessarily think things through. If I had... I've got enough space this way and it won't interfere. That'll work. Let's take these out and put some glorious stone brick in. Like so. And we're going to put some torches down so I can see what I'm doing. So at this point... Oh. Try that again. I did it wrong! I had one job and I did it wrong. Donut says, okay, I threw my back out yesterday and can't really move around. Oh, I'm sorry. Please look after yourself and don't overdo things. There. I'm being clever, bear with. Difficult and unnatural. It is goes there. Gonna need more redstone dust at some point. Right now I don't have it. Boopity boop. 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 No. Something like that. Right? Yeah, that works. Let's not put that on subtract mode yet, because it's just going to empty. Wow. Woo. Ah, okay, we have bamboo. I have no way out, but we have bamboo. Go with a regular stone there, there, and there, so I know that I can break it if I need to. Not holding anything back. This is going to be an item stream. Going to use and brick for it. I said 490. Like that one. That is where we turn around here. Go this way. Being clever. So, well, I'm trying to be clever. It doesn't really work. Going to crawl. Anyway. Going to be a very slow way of doing it, but it's my way. If I want to do things badly, I will. You know it. I have haste, which makes breaking blocks very, very quick if I can reach them. I saw... There it is. Okay. Lighting? Lighting? Does this go anywhere of interest? Maybe. Not that bothered. Just not that bothered. I want to go up here, please. Ow. Try a cold biome for the ice. Thanks. Really, really helpful advice. I just need more redstone dust. Alright, now. Actually, right. I might technically have enough. It's going to be close. These are all the things that are useful. And by the door can be the stuff that isn't useful. Don't need that. What do you want that? That. Maybe that. Actually, come to think of it, maybe the smooth stone as well. I know I found ice, and it wasn't far from me, but I cannot remember which direction. There was a fox. Could be anywhere. I've left without my stuff. There was some fairly close by in one of the cardinal directions. Not a clue which one. Unless I have some. Do I have some? I don't know if I have some. That's the problem. Should probably just check. No! Thank you for the 25 bits. I don't know why that made me panic. I'm not using anything that I need to worry about breaking. I don't think. We're going to land gracefully. See? Graceful. I do have ice. Well. I mean, sure. Probably enough. Bit close. Got me too, Sissio. Good. Although the fact that Awinch is sorry that it got you. Didn't say sorry about getting me. No. Feel like I should be grabbing something else while I'm here. Just can't think of it. No, well, it can't be important. Whip. Doing the trip to the logging cabin with one rocket is quite easy. Doing it back, kind of difficult. So I need the height nearest the base. Ow. Sorry, Zach, not sorry. Yep. I know. I know you're not sorry. Right, we have... Yes, I need those. I need those. I need these. I'm going to take all of those. And just torch it. Fine. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I rip this out. Like so. And the like so. Let's take that out. Turn that on. Put the block there. And there. Going to be dark. Don't worry about it. I shall fix it. Want to line this tunnel with stone brick. Feels like the responsible thing to do. So if I ever dig around here, I know not to break it. Angelic, welcome in. How are you feeling? For those not in the know, I mean, why would anyone be in the know unless they've specifically asked Angelic? Angelic has been under the weather, and it's purely through me checking in that they feel better. Guarantee it helped massively. Right? Right? I hope you're feeling well. That's good to see you. And again, thank you so much for the resub. Today has been a day of resubs, apparently. It means a great deal that anyone chooses to continue to support me. Despite all those horrible things I've done. I mean, allegedly done. to put some just in the ceiling. There is clearly a spider around here somewhere. That. Do this. I'd say I'm 85% back to normal. I know that 85 is far from 100, and it sucks to not feel great. However, when you've been ill and you are at 95% health, boy, do you appreciate that 85%. I can somewhat function. I am not completely broken. It feels good. If we have I'm just going to put the water in. It's not going to get that far. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it stops. That would be where the ice goes. Ice. On a sign. Should be enough to push things across. And then we do the same again. That. Same thing again. Ice. That's push. Gonna need more buckets, but that's fine. Where was my up? Over here. Let's rock it. Wow, that actually didn't go too badly. What you're making? So, in recent streams, we built the logging cabin, which is up above. We built the storage for all of the logs, so some of which are starting to fill up. I'm trying to gather them as and when I'm doing other things, and I see the tree and go, oh, I should just cut that down and build up a supply of things so that as and when I want to build it, I can just use the resources. A mess. Hey! On this side, we have the bamboo farm. Last stream with Wither, we built the flying machine, which I can demonstrate now by pressing this button. The flying machine heads this way, chops down all of the bamboo. Whilst the flying machine is active, there are hopper minecarts underneath, picking up all the bamboo. Oh, that is off on timing. Why is that off on time? Oh, I've probably got a repeater on one side. When I move things around into the middle, I probably left a repeater pointing that way. Ah! That was not what I intended. Okay. Am I wrong? How am I wrong? It should be the same. One was definitely faster than the other. Two tick. Did you miss an inverted torch? It shouldn't matter. No, it's right. So the important thing is from here and that one over there to this middle block should be the same. And distance on redstone won't make a difference because it's instantaneous. I think. That's also on 2. Looks the same. Hence my confusion as to why one would be ahead of the other, because they should be exactly the same to my knowledge. Not that it matters hugely. And to be honest, it'll wait for another day. But yes, the bamboo gets collected, currently goes into this chest here. We are sorting a item transportation currently, which will send the bamboo over to here. I want it to go up here through a window so we can see it coming in, and then go across hoppers for chests that are going to be here. And then once they're full, I want it to go into the crafter over here. Feeding into that. Should be relatively simple because whilst that's locked, I can have a hopper feeding in here. Yeah, just feed it into the side. So we will do it over this way a bit, and then just have a series of hoppers feeding in. I could also just feed it into the system and go through the sorting. Yeah, figure it out. Cleans up all the dust. Dark Wolf, welcome in. Yeah, place that back in. That to tidy it up. But currently, we're moving the stuff. I don't know why I just sounded like a cow, but hey, if it's so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Put water in there. It'll flow out to this point and then stop. Collaborate and listen. How is the moving going? It's getting. And at that point, we'd have another one coming over to here. It might even reach 5, 6, 7, 8. Clear this. 9. Take out this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So exactly at the end here, we do one last thing over, and this would be where we need to go up. So from here it would be water sources going up. This, brick, stone brick. Don't think anything else will be visible, but put it in anyway. I think at this point would probably make sense to do another streamlight. 2. Just has a little bit of light coming up as well, and you might be able to see it. I don't know, to be honest. You're only going to get to here, so maybe not. But it won't hurt to have some light down there. You miss some vines. Oh, I'm going back in. But thank you. Going to unload the junk we don't want in here, including ores, glowberries. Actually, there wasn't that much to get rid of. Yeah. Still worth doing. And while I'm up here, fill that up. So, boop and boop. Water goes in here. Comes across. I'm going to replace these anyway. Feels right. Certainly doesn't hurt. And we'll level out to there. I'm not going to bother filling this bit in. It's fine. Worst case scenario, a mob gets in here and dies and blocks it up. Alright, we'll fill it in. Like that. It's lit enough, nothing should get in. Heads over to here. Put a sign there and a sign there. Which I don't think will be visible, but if it is, yeah, it's not symmetrical, that's fine. What I want to do is make this water sources up to here, but I don't have the buckets for it at the moment, so we do that. That. 1, 2. Come up here, grab this one. 3, 4, 5. So we'll continue that up. And you'll be able to see the stuff going over the top. Where over the top, we'll do the poppers and all the rest of it. Come okay there. Maybe we do the roof, the ceiling next, which I believe is oak. Let's see, we have oak here. Boopy boop. Let's craft it. So, gonna need slabs. Nope. oak slabs. And... oh, okay. Do the middle bit first. So it's 2.5. Oh. Okay. Probably just for the middle bits. Poorly, it's fine. Reach! Reach! Alright. Make it easier, why don't you? So it's a slab in the middle and stairs either side. So we go there. Yep. There. 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 This needs to go up. We'll do this to match that side. Boop, boop. And then across here. Take that one out, put one in. And 3, because there'll be stairs either side. Let's make sure this is lit. Like so. That soggy cucumber, welcome in. So I'm just shifting in my seat. Getting comfortable. Then stairs either side, so let's do that. Someone put a puddle on the floor. It's ever so slightly in the way. Oh wait, that was me! Yep, that works. Yep, that worked. I can do it, it just takes multiple attempts. And so because I can do it, I insist on doing it, even if it's the most awkward way possible. This is me. Welcome in. This is how my brain functions. I can do it, so I will. Is it easy? It could be easier. So what's Zach doing today? We are working on some of the automation behind the bamboo farm. This is my logging cabin. We are in the spruce forest, a little way away from my base. And we're getting things tidied up. Let's see. Torch there and there, just so it matches that side. Yes, we have a flying machine that collects the bamboo. We're moving it across over here using item streams, and there's going to be a glass window. It will go across the ceiling and into the chests over there. Once those are filled up, we're going to have an auto crafter. It's clever and wise and smart. Just slightly worrying considering it's one of my projects. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm good at this. Oh, never mind. It was going so well. We're back in a little while. Gonna go pick up some fresh strawberries, says Bearded Donut. Ooh, yes, please. I'll have some. Not that you were offering, but I will still claim that I'll have some. Whether I get any, down to whether you actually offered to share them. Personally, I don't know if I would. We're going there, 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 and there. Which means probably going to put a smooth stone across level with the ceiling. And we got a full height window. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, got a look. Thank you for the look. Hugely appreciated. We're going to need 4 more stairs than what I have. And luckily they come in 4s. Ah, I went horribly wrong. Soggy Cucumber, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you don't mind me calling you Soggy Cucumber rather than the. No, that. That. Unless that is your first name, in the way that the is my middle name. We're going to go across here, but rather than doing it with full blocks, make some stairs. Go and poke it in. This way. This way. We can have chests underneath. That makes sense. Did I sound confident? I'm pretty sure that this counts as a solid block, but I can't test it unless I have a chest. Grab one, pop it there, pop this on top. It is a solid block, so we cannot use that. That's fine. We'll need the chests anyway. Which way do I want to point them? Left or right? This is coming out. Okay, now that is making me uncomfortable. Just call me Soggy or something. I will call you Soggy. Sorry if I made you uncomfortable. We're going to need the spruce flooring, so I might just do that first so I can figure out which way round it is and I can place the chests on top. I'm just continuing what we've already got over here. There. Goes that way. There. Go that way. Strip this and put the door in. Yeah, why not? It was the other way around before, I guess. Random player 694, welcome in. This one, that one. So going to point the same way as that. I'm not necessarily planning on doing all of it. I just wanted to do enough that I could tell where I'm at for this bit. And yes, I could just do that. Would make more sense. Boopity boop, boopity boop. I'd like to put the flooring underneath the chests because you will see them, see it. As much as I don't like spending actual logs to go mostly hidden, it's worth it. If I'm going to do it right. Is it an SMP? This is my solo-ish world by the name of Dragon's Lair. I do have videos of it on my YouTube channel. It's well worth checking out. In fact, the most recent one done rather well. Jumpy Spider Lady kindly joined me for a project. We worked on my slime farm, which all came about because I needed slime and I didn't have a source of it. So I went, well, how do I get a source of it? I'll make a slime farm. That was all just so I could get this working. This project has been delayed by the fact that I needed a slime farm. The issue is my 12-year-old brother who managed to come up with this extraordinary username. Oh, wow, wonderful. Yeah, that is out of sync. Not bothers. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right, with those in place, we just need to do the last few here. Nope. That's wrong. Boopity boop. I don't know if we're going to extend the floor past this point. I probably won't bother. Might put something else behind because it'll be obscure enough. You should be able to spot it. I'm not going to fill in the middle of it because I want my water sources for now. Like so. Let's take the spruce out of my offhand so I don't accidentally place it anymore. I would like 2 buckets of water. Go 1 and 2, and we'll do the rest as we go up. The fun slide puzzle of projects. It gets distracting because other things come in and you have to do those bits. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Look what I found. A lush cave. I'm assuming. Oh, I've been here before. Oh, never mind. How did I find? How did I get down here before? What point did I break into this bit? I don't know. I don't remember. Clearly. Right, so we go chests here, which means hoppers need to go behind. What I'm going to do is put just stone brick up there and on this side, and I'll put some torches up. Not the way I would oh, I already have some stone brick. I wouldn't normally do this, but why not? Chests can open to it. Oh, that should be stone brick. Do that. Torches go on. Hoppers can come back here. Scrap that. If I have hoppers pointing in, it makes sense for the item stream to come across here. So let's pop these torches on the wall bits for now. There will be a hopper above this block. We just go back here and make this stone brick. 1, 2, 3. That's behind where the hoppers will be going. We can see that. I want to make sure this is lined as well. Only 3 blocks tall, and what we'll probably end up with is the item stream going across here. That sounds like a plan. That will go up, across, along, and drop down. Pushed across. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Are you eyeballing or have you a pre-made plan? Eyeballing this. This is a relatively straightforward build. There are things that I plan. There are things that I will do on the fly. It depends. Some things require planning. Some things don't. Hang on a sec. Single player. What was it? Ocean Deep, for example. I don't have spectator in this, so I can't move through it. I have to fly. Bear with. Ignore this. Ignore it. Not this way. Oh, professional Minecrafter. Right, as I was saying, there's times where I use creative to plan out what I'm doing. So this is my previous solo world, which started off as a hardcore world. I died, and then I wanted to finish the project, so I did. So we have an underwater base. When I designed this, I did a lot of it in creative, but I didn't do all of it in creative. I did 1/4 basically, so there to not even a quarter, is it? Because it's a 3-dimensional. It's an 1/8. So I designed an 1/8 of it in creative, and then built the rest in survival. Oh my gosh, this is sick. Oh, thanks. I mean, it's a completely unfinished project because I ended up distracted with Ramble Life, another SMP that I've joined. But yeah, these are various different farms. There's bits that I did in creating. There are bits that I did in survival. It kind of depends on how confident you are with what you're doing and how you're doing it. Some things you go, yes, I can see it in my head as to how it will work. You don't need to design it. Oh, by the way, all the farms are hooked up to automated systems, hence why you get bamboo. Dried bamboo blocks get sent through the central thing. Oh, bamboo block. Goes over the storage wall. But all of that stuff... spoilers. You end up with bits that you need to design and bits that you don't. Sometimes you get a feel for what you're doing And you don't need to go further. Hey, Jumpy. So, Ocean Deep, the example I just gave you, this was the original design concept where I laid it out with just andesite and iron so I could count blocks and go, does this feel like the right size? Eyeballing this shape would have been really difficult to do in survival because you don't know what height you want to work to until you've done it. And one of the things I did when I started digging it down as I got to this point and I dug off to the side, hang on, to build the mob farm. How you doing, Jumpy? Game mode. No, difficulty, that's all. Difficulty. Hard. So in order to get this in, I kind of needed to figure out the size of this so I could get down to this point and then dig it out and make it work. Which it does. Good to see. Works quite well. Relatively. For a 0 redstone mob farm. But you see, the shape I did in creative and then I dug it out in survival to be how I want it to be, and then over here I made a duplicate of that, well, the main central room, and then this was the mock-up for the design. Give it a second for the conduit power to kick in. You can see I didn't do the whole thing. I did enough of it that I went, yes, I like where this is heading and I can imagine it on the other sides. I didn't need to place the blocks. I needed kind of just to map out where things would be. To go, yep, I'm happy with that. That's insane, thank you. And then when I did... Oh, what? Oh, what? When I designed this, because it's relatively straightforward and repeating pattern, I used commands for cloning. So I did one slice and then cloned it across 15 or whatever it was to go, yep, that looks about right. So this looks a lot more feature complete in creative than the initial thing for this room. Jumpy says, yeah, Zach is really talented. Takes one to know one. Jumpy's very talented. Jumpy is the mastermind behind many of my greatest bits of artwork. Difficulty, peaceful. But yes, this is just one of my creative worlds. And it's a bit of a hodgepodge of different things that have ended up in here. It's such a random selection. The recent thing, so I was, spoiler, I was thinking through what I wanted to do for a mob farm on Truly Bedrock, and so I've got this so far. I needed a mob farm that was on an odd number size, and I went with that one. I went, nah, it feels too big, I can cut it down, so I made this. We've got a torch tower at the back, so effectively the clock would be underneath, and because of the height of each layer, it's 4 blocks tall, which gives me 2 torches, so I can finish designing this and then just repeat it up and go, yep, that'll work. And it'll work very similarly to this one over here. Very similar, but not quite. Slightly. It's an amended version of this. So this is Frugal Flusher. You see the drop hole is actually quite small for this. Did I turn this off, or is it just... Oh no, just going back and forth. The IO error. No, this is multiple spawning platforms. It has a single redstone clock on the top, which turns the water off, and when the water turns off, it dissipates off each level. So it flushes all the mobs out. So while the water's out, mobs can spawn in here, and then when the water comes in, they get washed out and they drop down and then they die. That was my design from Livecraft Season 2. Which I did one side and went, yep, that feels about right. Didn't bother with the others, I didn't need to. Fruitcake farm, kelp farm, it's the same sort of thing. Cactus. I went the size of it. I need to know how deep I want to make it and how productive it. I went, yeah, that seems about right. So you end up with loads of half builds in creative. The initial design for that room over there is this. I just went, how wide do I want to make it? And I went, okay, if that is one farm, and I did the same thing over there, how does this feel as a size? Which I then changed to have a wider door. That's the difference. Cat, where? Black cat? Yeah, that was built in Carrot's Base, Livecraft Season 2. Oddly enough, this is my flower shop from Livecraft Season 1. And I plan on rebuilding this on Dragon's Lair at some point. I have a spot for it picked out and everything. Anyway, distractions stopping me from actually working on the stuff. Right, what was it? What? Huh? The same wavelength. You were also thinking cat. But yes, I don't need to design this bit. I didn't need to design that. I designed the flying machine to make sure it worked in creative, because trying to do a flying machine and then having to go, oh, how do I catch that thing? So I did that, but it was basically just the machine. I went in the docking bay and went, okay, that works. All this talk's not getting my build done. I'm not going to wrap up my video if I don't get my build done. That looks really weird. I thought there was a creeper there. If I have this here and hoppers going up, do I have enough? Yes, 9. Let's offload the junk that I don't need into this one. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Or that right now, or that. Right to left, left to right, right to left. Coming into the room bit. Gonna do with this one. We'll double them up from the other side. This bit needs to come out, just so I can stand up. So if we had items drop down here, they could flow across this way. I think I've got a fair way to go before I hit the redstone over here. Pretty good. They just need an auto crafter to spit into the. Oh, we could spit straight in. Genius! Oh. Not quite. We need a couple more hoppers. Now you're trapped forever. No, I'm fine. I know my way out. Normally I break through this bit. Don't know why. That corner is just as valid. Just feels wrong doing it near where items are actually falling, whereas here they're not. I do have some iron and some chests, so let's double these up and then boop, 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 boop. Take that one out. Boop. Oh, I'm used to bedrock. I've been using bedrock. Bedrock, if you place it here, it will automatically connect, whereas in Java, you have to click on it. But you can click on it from this angle, whereas in Bedrock, it would place it separately if you did that. It's different. Ever so slightly annoying. Ever so slightly. I probably want to put item frames above, just with bamboo in it. We'll figure that out in a bit. I need more hoppers. Oh, there's a graphic missing. Light grey stained glass. Panes. Go with those. I think I know what I'm doing here. Just take this with me. I may be out of redstone dust. Darn, you escaped! I tried. Who's jumping now? Yeah, it's still you, yes. So from here, if we go like that, I could. Oh, we're at the wrong height. That's kind of annoying. Bear with. I think I took a screenshot earlier. If not, I can just open up what I need. I did take a screenshot. I'm good at this game. So from here, if items went across, I could either use 3 more hoppers here, or I can have another elevator here. I'm kind of tempted to use more hoppers, because then I can do that and that to add a little bit more. Yeah, I'll do that. We're going to end up with blocks in there. I'm okay with that. So this comes over. Let's go mine this out. Just because I can. We put a torch there. We need an auto crafter needs to point into this. Or into that, that'd be fine. But I need to be able to feed stuff. Yeah, so it would be staircase up. One autocrafter, please. Yeah, one of those would be perfect. Put a block down. Autocraft into there. Autocrafter, was that? You've experienced an autocrafter. Don't lie to me. We put our hopper pointing into there. The item stream would come across here. I'm going to do an extra hopper there. I mean, I could push it around the corner, but realistically, do that. We do that. And we do that. Item comes across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would end up on that hopper. It's feeding into there, which is good. Bear with. If I were to put another autocrafter here and go select, the signal from that, which we can read out with a comparator, like that, goes into the side of this comparator. Then just have a block there. Repeater there. Oh, I need to rip these. Oh, darn it. To be stone brick, so I know not to break them. I have a rule, and I have it for a reason. Rules are so people don't get hurt. Or redstone. The redstone is more important. But that goes into there. Repeater goes into there. Dust goes there. So if this fills up to the same level as that, it should power it. We can test it by just putting that there. It worked! I think. And that will feed it into these chests. Yeah, so every time it goes up by 1. It's fairly slow, but that's okay. We are hopper speed here. Here. Hopper speed at the far end as well, so we should actually be good. So the next thing is to dig up. Work out what block we're on. Take a screenshot. Actually, I can just type it, can't I? Let's go 3741492. Right, let me catch up with chat. Sorry. Unless you mean character. No, I mean Autocrafter. Item gets pushed across, so let's go with. Got some spare glass. We use some over here. I'm gonna break that bit. Oh, I'm out of. I'm out of water. Cleans up dust. Doesn't need to leave it. Leave it. It's a mess on the floor. Oh, okay. I thought you. Oh, I thought you meant redstone dust. That makes more sense. I thought you were complaining that my redstone was wrong. We can do F3. I don't need that right now. Glide over here. Pick this up. Head in here. Put the glass down. If I put water across there, carries all the way to the hopper. Oh yeah, I was supposed to figure out where I'm going to. Oh, that's not too bad. Kind of want to not drop it in the water, but don't know what the solution is for that right now. So this is where the item stream is gonna come up. Here. Ah, I've fallen in a hole. I have 7 signs currently. So if I pop one there, and one there, and one there, then do the water. Without making too much of a mess. Do stone up here. Another bucket. Actually, while I'm down, there's empty buckets. Looks at dustpan full of redstone dust. Hey! It is my dust you're planning on taking. Please stop. I need it. I still have 4 spruce signs, so we should be good. So at this point we're going up. Do have some stone brick. Should be enough. Let's go over here. Up. This one can come out. This one can come out. Stone brick's coming up here. And up here. My gap between 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I were to put more lights in, would at this point? Don't think we can see that far up. However, won't hurt to do it. So this is where we need to get the stuff to. That's a stair. That's a bottom slab. So if we were to grab 2 more bottom slabs. Ow! This goes across, that goes across, so we need 2 more bottom slabs there. Goes up. I need more water. Let's grab it while we can. Doctor says I have 1105 hairstyle to look at in Skyrim. What is 1105? What does that mean? I feel like I'm missing out on something and I don't know what it is.
Bijo, hi Bijo.
Bijo.
Good to see you, friend.
How are you doing? It's good to see you. It is good to see you, as Tab rightly said. Now, how the heck are you? Welcome in. Join me as I am placing what can only be described as stone brick. I mean, isn't it the aesthetic that we all strive for? We're heading over this way. Oh, yeah. Will it be enough? Probably. Just need 2 slabby jubbies. Going to put some torches up here, here, and here. This would be water heading over, which will be fine for now because not waterlogged, so do that before it gets us over. Ah, slight problem. It doesn't go all the way. There's 2 ways to fix it. We can either step it up 1 more blocks, or we put an ice block in here. Be enough to carry it around a bend. Beecher says, I am great, just so tired after the part renovation. I'm coming home from work every day to do more on my flat. Yep, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I know it's never ending. One moment. Sorry, I had to blow my nose and I didn't think anyone needed to hear that. Right, we are putting an ice block in here. And I'm hoping that's enough to carry us over. A sign there. I need 2 oak slabby jabs. Oak slabby jabs. Oak slabby jabs. Dr. Wolf Den says, and the place we got her from was wrong. She's 6 months, not 6 years. Wait, what did I miss? I want to see dogs are the best. Wait, an 1105 is a dog? What? What? So confused. I mean, natural state, but still. What's her name? Is it Jumpy? No, her name is Jumpy. Wait, what? I mean, her name is Toto. I'm so confused. Right, fill that in. We fill that in. Put water here. And it's just enough to fall over the edge. Nice. Which means we head down here. We can select that mouse hand and go boop boop. Don't worry about the leak. It's not going anywhere. It's all fine. Move, we remove, we remove. I cannot see anything past the stone brick, which is perfect. We have a hole in the floor that needs filling in. Fill up our water buckets first. Take the glass out of my offhand. We'll grab. Oh, I've already got it. I'm ahead of plan. Like that. Strip it. Strip it. Strip it. Strip it. I need to connect it up with a hopper. I do have enough. So let's make 1 extra hopper. I haven't even touched my tea yet. Ozak, 1105 is a number. I know that, but why is a... What's the significance of an 1105? Is it like a tax return or something? What? I am 1.105 is a number. Hang on. Let me press the button with the correct sound effect. Huh? Zach, a question, says Bijo. What happened with your hardcore turn normal world, the underwater one? Still playing it? We were in it earlier. I was just showcasing something. However, no, I'm not. And it's not... I mean, in some ways, I'd like to go back and finish some bits, but also I have so many ideas for this world, and this is my forever world that if I go back to that, I'd have to miss out on things in here, and I have such a long list of things that I want to do and people that I'd like to do it with, that it feels like the lesser thing to do. I need a door. Yeah, that will do perfectly. Let's turn it on by using the hopper. And it will perfectly work. 1105 is the number of hairstyles I have in Skyrim. Okay. You went from saying 1105 to then saying about a puppy dog, and my brain went, are they connected? They must be connected. And then I got confused. That goes there. This is now spitting out bamboo. We have a bit of a backlog. But that bamboo should be heading along here. So, that. And floating up through the window. I'm slightly annoyed that it's in the corner, but also to fix it would be annoying and not that worried. Jumpy says, my childhood stuffed dog is called Toto. He's my favourite. Still have him after like 35 years. Okay. Don't think I've ever had a favourite. I mean, there's cats that I've been closest to, but I've loved every cat I've had for different reasons. Oh, I see. Like, I just ditched my almost 2,000 day forever world to start a new forever world. I mean, it's not a forever world, but it is a... I plan on being in this world for many years to come. I mean, the fact that this build allowed me to collaborate with Impish and work on building the logging cabin is amazing. The fact that I was able to drag Jumpy in to helping me do the slime farm. I'm really enjoying the idea of a solo-ish world where I still maintain control, but I can play with whoever I want to, as long as they say yes. So the plush toy one, mine is, I didn't stuff my real dog. Yeah, I did read that as well. I'm not sure how to read that. Right. Bamboo won't be coming in here for a while, because effectively this should fill up first. And then once this is full, this should then start filling up. Take out the bits that I clearly dropped in the hoppers. So once these 9 double chests are full up, the rest then gets auto-crafted. I have supplies. But what I'm going to do, make chests. Chests. Nope. Yes, that's the one. Chests. Because while I'm on the subject, and now that we have a good supply of bamboo, it makes sense to double up these chests, not this side. Actually, maybe it is that side I need to get to. Still haven't asked me. I saw you saw my builds. I'm very offended. I mean, in fairness, I've only had 3 people join me in the world so far. We're doubling these all up. Although the one I most care for is the one here because it's bamboo. I suspect at some point we're going to end up with bamboo being full. And I'm looking forward to that day. I am, however, slightly tempted. If I were to have a comparator reading off of that, and if the signal gets full, it turns on a light at the on the far side. Like, if this is full, light turns on there. Although then again, I could just have light behind that. Although somehow if I do a light there, it would feel wrong that the others don't have a light. So a light there almost more fitting. Seems right. No, I'm joking. I know you're joking. Although I do appreciate making sure that I know. I can't go there because that's where the items drop down for the overflow. I'd have to feed it around something. Or if nope, gonna say if I had a comparator coming off here, but I can't place a comparator on these chests, I could reduce these to being half chests, a block underneath. So comparator into a block, and then the other side of that block could be a redstone lamp. Might be worth doing. So actually, now I just doubled up all these chests. I'm removing this one. I'm gonna do this one over here, just as a proof of concept. So that would go there. Power to read off. Then that would turn on as soon as it's full. So I need. Nope, that's not going to work either because comparator and redstone dust, it's always going to give one signal. Okay. Just going to leave it. I'm not sure the best way of putting indicators in there, but also I'm not sure if I need to. Thank you. Worst case scenario, this backs up and then that won't click. So any bamboo that's collected will just despawns in on top of the hopper. Thanks, Darkswolf. Welcome in hand. Jumpy got to join, and she's the okayest builder. You're amazing, Jumpy. And I really, really enjoyed the fact that you joined me on the server. It was awesome. And I look forward to the next opportunity. Right, goes here, this goes here. So I'm not expecting to come here regularly, although that is kind of nice to see. Right, hand unit says, hey, what up, old sport? Proof of concept triggers the academic within me. Really? Why? I'm curious now. Also, I need 2 stairs. Do I have any? I have 1. 1? That's worse than having none. If I had none, I go, fair enough, I have to make some. 1 is just annoying because I need 2. And that door goes to nowhere. The amount of times I've used that term in a research paper or article, it says it. Fair enough. More of a, I don't have the supplies to do it, but I wanted to think through how it would function. Okay. We are pretty much done. At least for the design stage. There's a few bits I need to do. What are people's thoughts? Is this a reasonable solution? Are there downsides that I haven't thought about? Have I allocated too many chests to bamboo sticks when that's really not necessary to have 9 double chests of bamboo sticks? Oh, I'd love to know some thoughts, feedback. Does it look okay? It's not the prettiest room, but it's not the main room. Hooray, you did it, says Angelic. Thanks. Jumpy doesn't know. Don't ask Jumpy. Wait, Jumpy, don't ask questions. Actually, no, that question's okay. I automatically want to go, no, I don't like that question because, sorry, let me say that again. Because I worry that when people share their education status, it tells people age, and we don't talk about age. The reason for that is to safeguard people. I know how bad the internet can be, and predatory it can be, especially when people know some simple facts. For example, there is someone in the community whose name is doesn't hint towards their gender, and they told me that when people find out, they end up with they've had people find out and then be inappropriate just as soon as they find out. Like, yep, that's not cool. And so out of a desire to try and mitigate the risk of that happening, I try and avoid talking about age, because people talk about age and gender and then it can attract attention. And that's not what people come here for. If you're unfortunately, if you are online and identified as a female age 20, you will get more unwanted attention than if people find out you're a male age 40. It's just the way of the world, unfortunately. I tried to do a bit ago. It doesn't actually matter here, so let's not talk about it. Pick mostly humanities related electives, writing this stuff. More desirable for law universities down there. Okay. You're not telling off, just it's one of those things that I do what I can to mitigate it. Goes to Spider Corner. The one with all the cobwebs! I'm going to drink my tea. Also, there's an axolotl near me, clearly, because it's in the subtitles. Part of me's tempted to go get it. However, I don't know if they really have a use. Foxes have a use. I'd love to do a fox-based berry bush farm at some point. I don't need one. It's one of the most pointless things to have. But it could be fun. Fish farm. What do I need fish for? I got golden carrots. Look at me. I'm a professional Minecrafter now. I'm drinking my tea. Oh, it's so good. You don't know what you're missing. Been exposed to so much stuff lately that peace and family friendliness is a weird kind of detox. I just find it when people use the term family friendly around me, it's something that I go, I suppose I am. It's never been an intentional thing. I know lots of content creators that make an are intentional about not swearing on stream, and they go, yeah, I make an effort because it helps with the algorithm and things like that. Just don't generally swear that much inside stream or out, and it's particularly, it feels uncouth to swear in front of strangers, especially when it's uncalled for. I would do it in front of Mrs. Dragon because it kind of emphasizes a point. Their use is to be cute. Ah, okay. Same reason we keep Jumpy around. Gotcha. Angelic says, Zach is the loveliest lot you'll ever have the pleasure of meeting. That's why I read this one out loud. Because, you see compliments like that. Much like, Jumpy just said that I'm incredibly handsome and intelligent and by far the most modest person that Jumpy's ever met. I mean, I agree wholeheartedly. Absolutely. Oh, wait, Jumpy didn't say that. Sorry. My eyes must need testing. Yeah, Jumpy is only good for distractions and donkey. Your donkey is still alive. It's now named. I got a name tag especially for you. Right, I was drinking my tea. You streaming again Friday, same time? I am. In fact, on Friday, Impish is joining me and we have a few plans. Donkey? Yes. So when Jumpy joined me on stream, we were building a slime farm, but she got lost and then found a donkey. And then whilst she was supposed to be going shopping, picking up a few things from storage to bring them to me, I then got called to help her get the donkey back to base. Which kind of defeated the point of her going to get stuff for me, because I could have gone myself and not had to deal with a donkey. You will rue the day. I already do. Risa says, I hope to be back home by Friday to watch the show. How long have you been away from home now? Zach, I'd rue the day beforehand as a kind of insurance. I like the way you're thinking. I'm still trying to drink my tea. I just keep getting distracted and talking. Which is good for stream, but not good for my tea. I have a habit that needs to be finished. And join the Discord if you want to. I like you. Jumpy decides that she likes people based on the wit that they carry. And apparently you carry enough wit. Left Monday. Okay. That's a full week then. Well, not far from. If you left on Monday and you hope to be back by Friday, it's a full week. Back by Friday. Next week, same procedure. Remember, this time, you should consider getting yourself a handheld games console. Rhesus and I were having a chat on Monday. He told me he was travelling for work and how long for. And I admitted that I could see myself enjoying those long trips. What Zach should be... Oh, okay. I said if I had long trips like that, I'd probably take my handheld games console. So I bought an ROG Ally about 6 months ago, I believe it was. And I've been playing some games occasionally on it. And it's just really handy for when I'm going out. And I'm like when I wait for Mrs. Dragon at the train station, like I am a taxi service right now. However, being a good taxi service, I've turned up early. So I'm now waiting for Mrs. Dragon for 10 minutes. So having a game that I can just kind of open up and play is amazing. And I just started Spyro, a game that passed me by all those years ago. I never owned Spyro. Friends had it. I played the demo for it. I liked it, but I never got around to playing it. I played other games instead. Wasn't anything against Spyro. It's just finite money and finite time. But I didn't get around to it. I've now started playing it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a really good game for a handheld device that you go, yes, I can spend 5 minutes playing, or I can spend 50 minutes playing. And you can stop at any point. There's lots of little bits of progress that you can do as much or as little as you want. Handunit says, my accent is so eerily similar to yours, except I'm not even from the Western countries. See, a lot of people tell me I sound like other people. Not many people say they sound like me. Also, well done with the emotes and the what Zach is doing. Wasn't there a game where when the characters talk, they went... Not like The Sims. I don't think... The Sims do that? I suppose. Anyway. What Zach should be doing, drinking tea. Also what Zach is doing. Yes, except I'm not wearing sunglasses. I'm not pointing. I'm holding the cup, just looking at it. Jumpy says, Spyro the Dragon, I love that game. It's really good. And so I was telling Rhesus that actually a handheld computer where you can play games might be a worthwhile investment if you're doing long trips like that. They're relatively cheap. Rhesus said didn't like the idea of a games console. I then pointed out it runs Windows. It runs on a PC, or run on that. In fact, you can even plug a keyboard and mouse into it if you want to for games. I mean, it has a key on-screen keyboard you can use, but still. Darkswolf says Animal Crossing. Bijo says Animal Crossing. Risa says, I was thinking the same thing. Animal Crossing is not on PC. And also, I've tried Animal Crossing, but there are other games that I would rather play. I thought it was good, just wasn't. I felt like it was more of a thing to sit and play for several hours on a train than whilst waiting for Mrs. Dragon to arrive at the station. Angelic says there was a game that came out that was a horror game that had Muppets, like from Sesame Street, that was cool, and their mouths moved as such. Okay. Neighborhood something. Now I'm curious. Something or other. Okay. On Discord now, the most peaceful one I've ever seen. Nice job. Very peaceful. I just stop anyone talking that's quiet. Still drinking tea. I have finished my tea. Normally when I go live, I have moments where I just stop and have a sip. But because I've been doing redstone stuff and item streams, none of which is complicated. It's just there wasn't a moment where I go, oh, I need to stop and look at that and think about it, or let that thing run. Consume the boiled leaf juice. Oh, sound like you've been talking to Rhesus. Rhesus refers to it as leaf water. Now I want bean juice, says Jumpy. Then go get your bean juice. Right, this is my junk. I'm taking with me. I'm going to offload the stuff so it takes up less space. I really need to make an effort to load up on redstone dust. I do have the villager for it. I just need to remember to do it. Someone say taxes. Taxes? He didn't even tax you, Darks. Wait, what? Throws all of Zach's tea in the... Right, gotcha. Okay, that is working quite nicely. It's going to take a while before it fills up, but it's slowly unloading what's there. I'm going to make the hole in the wall here. Just have a look. I'm curious as to if the backlog has been cleared at all, because I wouldn't be surprised if the chest was full, as is all the hop. Yep. Oh no. Right here. So we've got a double chest and 2 hoppers. So it's slightly full, but not, you know, not too much. In which case, as soon as this one's empty, you can send it off again. It'd be fine. At the moment, if you send it off, there'll be things rotting on the minecart. I am content with that. I want some item frames above. Probably go with glow item frames to match these ones. I also need to make an effort to get all of the different saplings up here. As I'm going to get some oak because it will look good. Part of me wants to name these so that when you look at them, you get the name. It seems like such an unnecessary thing to do, but I want to. Head unit says, I find that some black pepper, honey, and some ginger boiled in milk and filter really soothes the throat. I mean, honey and ginger, great for the throat. It's good option. You can't go wrong with honey and lemon, ginger, all good. I think I have some tea already made specifically for colds and throat pain. So when I end up with a cold and a sore throat, I tend to go for soup. I just find that because it's something you slowly blow and you get the steam coming off, it helps clear the sinuses. We are going to throw in here this stuff. Oh, I'll take this bamboo with me. I want item frames. So let's do. I think I might already have item frames, actually. I might not, though. Just make some. Item frames. I'm going to take the oak saplings. I'm going to take an anvil. Right, let's take this one. Get rid of the rest of those sticks. And I need some glowing. Oh, look. 3 of those, some bamboo to go in, some oak saplings. Can't remember what other saplings I needed. Cha-cha's probably important. Oh, eating time. Name the sapling George. I will hug it and squeeze it and call it George. Oh. By the way, my very, very small honey farm that I set up is technically working. I only needed 3 honey. I haven't put the honey where it needs to be. But I also haven't been over to the swamp. Because whilst the slime farm is very successful and working well, if anything, it's working too well. I spent a little while AFK there while I was editing the video. Ended up with 3 stacks of slime blocks and haven't needed to go back. Just pass out until I magically no longer have a cold. Works every time. Yeah. It can do. Alright, that goes there. The rest go in here. I'm going to name them in a bit. Let's focus one thing at a time. I'm going to leave that as bamboo. Go boop, boop, boop. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. And my nervous system is technically an electrical circuit. It is, yes? Quite complicated, but yes. Very real Android. Very, very real. Right, so if I were to just put anvil down, grab that, put this in, put that there, and go oak. Oak. By naming it, putting it there, I get the name. It's very subtle. It's not particularly important. It's an unnecessary thing to do, but it feels like the right thing to do. I don't know why. Nope, I'm very... No comment. Okay. Whenever I sneeze, I have to blow my nose afterwards. Spruce. Pop it in. Spruce. I shall call it spruce. Again, so unnecessary, but it makes me happy. Boop, boop, boop. Cha-cha. Sorry. There was a lovely person who was a member of the community for a long time. I haven't seen them lately. I don't know whether they actually get on Twitch anymore, but Mel always enjoyed that it was pronounced a-cha-cha and did a sound recording of it. And I think if you say, there's a command for it. I can't remember what the command is. Might just be a-cha-cha or acacia. Now I'm curious. Can anyone remember it? Well, I'm going to look it up. Cha-cha. It's alright, I'm just opening up my chatbot. No, it's exclamation mark would. Exclamation mark would. As in, why wouldn't it be? Would. W-O-O-D. Pale oak. Oh. It might be because you're not subscribed. Many of the sounds are locked behind the subscription because that's how I force people to subscribe to my content. That's right. You need to pay me some
wood.
money.
How about some...
Yes, I'm naming it twice because I couldn't rename it what it already was. Top 10 capitalism moments. I don't mean it. People just being here and watching helps, even if you're just viewing. It helps raise me up in the listing, even if you're not getting served ads. Every view helps. Picking up. That feels better. Cha-cha. Yes, that's Mel 514, I think was her username. I miss Mel, she was lovely. But as is the case with Twitch, it's people change, people's availability changes, people's taste change, the stream has changed. You never know why people drift away, but that's fine, they do, and I'm just glad that I had Mel here for so long to enjoy their company because they're lovely. Alright, slight problem I didn't think of. Don't like the drippy ceiling. However, it doesn't bother me that much. I'm changing it now. We'll change it some other time. Or just move the item stream over that way a block. My taste has changed and I'm still following you for some reason. You mean because you still enjoy my content, right? Right? Because Zach is so charming. Yes! I am charming! Right, the thing is, now probably ready for a harvest? Pressing the button. My taste doesn't change. If I like someone's tone, I'll stick around. Very simple single-celled organism. Like an egg yolk. Egg yolk's not a single cell. Jumpy. Right, what was I going to say? Yeah, so people's tastes and availability change. The content changes. I'm not the same person I was when I first started streaming 5.5 years ago. I'm similar, but definitely different. There are things that I do that are more flamboyant than they used to be. Look at me. I now make videos where the intro is me almost singing, well, doing a jingle. Sort of. Don't believe me? Go look at Jumpy's video. Right, this is all working. I'm really happy with it. We're going to wrap up, I think. Or I could design stuff for TB. Your streams remind... Oh, sorry, let me... Oh, from the Herobrine. Minecraft movie with a pickaxe stuff. Stream reminds me of a Let's Play from that era. I can't say I know what... If you gave me a year or a Hermitcraft season, I could probably tell you where I was at that time. Zach's kicking it old school. Thanks. I feel like I just got called old. Fits. Right, we are disconnecting. Single player. Creative flat. Early to mid 2010s. Okay. Right, we want... Where was I? Over there. Go creative. So for TB, I need to get this designed. What I'm probably going to do is build it first without the blackstone and then change out the box later. Realistically, if I build it out of regular stone and have stone walls, etc., all I have to do is turn it off, turn the water on, and then I can work on it. Nothing will spawn. But I wanted to see what it looked like with a little bit of pass into it. Everybody's older than... Age is a number. A frighteningly large number, but still. Boop, boop, boop. If I do one layer, so it's all decorated, I can then duplicate it up, clone it up quite easily. But this bit is time consuming. My plan for this, deep behind the scenery, is this is going to be underneath my base. Icy Fox, welcome in. Well, I meant Zach, more like 100% certain I'm older than... Okay. 98% certain I'm older than you. Well, we don't talk about age. Doesn't matter. How you doing, Icy? Good to see you. Got to be older than someone. How does one be older than themselves? Someone... I mean, have you heard the expression, I am younger than my tongue, but older than my teeth? Although, I'm not in... Yeah, when you're born, you don't have a full set of teeth that just aren't showing, do you? Do you? Or do you? Oh, are you born with a full set of teeth? Are they just not showing? I'm not sure. Older than my teeth, but younger than my tongue. I'm sure that's the same. No, I wasn't allowed to express politeness. Okay. Everyone be nice to Icy. I mean, I didn't say I was going to. I said if, which is appreciated. We don't want you to leave. I'd like you to stick around if that's okay. It's nice to have you here. Right, that goes in. Back what? Should be those four repeated. Yes. Gonna do it the slow way? Because why not? The sort of thing that normally I'd use the fill command, but not that important. Let's go one... Oh no, I've already done the bit at the back. Fill. From here, all the way over to here. Blackstone. Ta-da! Wow, that's a lot of chat to catch up with. I mean, Zach, there's a phrase called teething. Go figure. Yes, but I can't remember whether you have a full set of adult teeth underneath. I seem to remember that X-rays of babies' heads is quite terrifying because of the number of teeth. And yes, you could argue you don't have your teeth yet, but they're there. I don't know. 11,000 flashbangs of me quoting... Nope, let's not quote war. It's too late in the day to quote war. Oh. Alright, we are cloning from here. I haven't done the... I should do the... Need to do the water on this side. Doing an oak trapdoor should be that. Nope. That way to go in. Blackstone goes there. Which means if I did piston torch here. That. Then this back wall can be replaced with blackstone. Just where this is. Hang on. I might miss three. Okay. Doesn't actually matter. We'll change this one to be the same. Welcome in, Froggy Man. What are you making? This is a mob farm. Sort of. Will be a mob farm. That's what I should say. There, there, and there. Torch, off torch, on torch. Makes that closed. That will do the same thing over here. Why do I have wheat in my offhand? Let's clear. Maybe it's an inverted fountain. Yeah, why not? That goes there. Does mean that this block back here, I feel like it should be polished. Just because then it matches the other side. I mean, you can only see it through the trapdoor, but still. It means that if I ever make a window on that side, it's fine. Here, rip this out. Go. Boop, boop. Redstone. Or a big old toilet. Yep, that works. Why not, Jumpy? If it becomes a mess when you come on the server, I know what's happened. I'm going to be optimistic and say it's a thing that has water that does stuff. It's going to be a spawning room with a flushing system, so it's going to alternate between being on and off with the flowing of the water. Goes there. Let's fill that in. I want a water bucket. Don't know why caps lock is on. Thankfully, searching doesn't matter. It's only when doing commands that it does. Flushing, it is a toilet. Sure. If that's what makes you happy, Jumpy, sure. There. There. Go. 1, 2, 3. And we waterlock. So from here, if we were to place, let's do a glass block. I like using a glass block just as this shows where the extents are. We go clone from here. Oh, try that again. From here. Catch up with chat in a moment. With pretty red lights. Yeah, that's right. Right. From here, I'm going to go to the back corner. Over here. We need to put it, let's see, so coordinates wise it should be 0, 18, 4, 2, 4. That clones it up to be an extra layer tool. 22, 26, 30. That's enough. Match your skin. That was the point. Aha! You spotted it. I wanted it to be my colours. I went, why not? Normally I pick a colour palette, but I went, no, I just kind of want to use my colours and it's in the farm. It's fine. You're probably not going to see it unless you've got night vision. I'm going to go to bed. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Good night. Take care, Bijo. Thank you for coming in. It looks like one of those Minecraft drop match from the top. So, bear with. Let me put a hat on it. From there to there with polished black stone. That, so we've got a roof on it. Woof. We have night vision at the moment, so let's effect clear. So it's quite dark in there. But if I were go inside, let's go spectator mode. So in here, the build would be going down from this. Let's see. Effect, give ZactheDragon night vision. The farm has sunglasses block out sun and stuff. Exactly. So Minecraft mobs spawn only when the light level is low enough, and we need it to be a light level 0, hence the glass, so I can have lights on the other side. Infinite, 1, true. True is hiding particles, so we can see what we're doing. If I go from here, clone, to the same over here. Oh, I've done that wrong. This block. From here to here. Except it would be 13 and 13. We need to go to 6, 12, 4, 2, 9. Should make this deeper. 11. Now, if we change this to be 10 to 13 and we go down to 6, 2, -2. That's the bottom of the world, as you can probably tell. What goes in here would be just place some blackstone for now. What it would be is hoppers at the bottom, although I can't make it as deep as I want to make it. Right. Did you finish your work? I see. Personally, that amount of darkness seems really cozy, like still daylight outside, but with a blackout curtains. I sometimes am bothered by daylight, and other times I'm not. It varies on how tired I am. But we'd have soul soil on top of this with wither roses on top of that. Soul sand. Soul sand? Less than a full block. Soul soil is a full block? I think. Hang on. Sand. I'm going to fill it in anyway and we can test everything. It'll be fine, probably. Dylan, welcome in. Thank you very much for choosing to raid. How was your modded Minecraft state? Tell me about the stuff and the things. Zach, open up the holes to the void isn't polite. No, it isn't. You're quite right. Zach, quick, be educational. Why do I need to be educational? I'm designing a thing. We were on my soloish world earlier, and I've now allowed myself to get distracted because I finished the project that I had. So now I'm designing something for TB. Even though I'm in Java right now, the mechanics for how this works should be the same, in theory. Our worst case scenario, end up with a pretty paperweight. That will work. Let's go spectator mode. Here. 3. Creative. Right. I don't feel very educated. I'm sorry. I will try harder. Well, I might. I won't. I am the world's worst learner and can confidently say that this is educational. Good. Hey there, Zach. Great to be here. Bring you some few friends. Well, it was pretty decent. I was directionally challenged while looting a village, but I got some useful stuff and may go back for more later. Ooh. I still haven't ventured into modded. Well, I tell you, I have ventured into modded. I did some modded with Witherbag and Ozza. We're going to go from 1 to that. We're going to fill it with air, replace dirt. And then we're going to replace grass blocks. That's better. That gives me the ability to add the circuitry. Directionally challenged sounds like jumpy. It does sound like actually. From here, if we ended up with, let's do an ether hopper clock. Quick and simple. Redstone supplies. I need block. I need comparator. I'll take some dust. I want a really, really fancy block. What's the most fancy? Oh, frog lights. Frog light will do this. I like frog lights. They're nice. Dirt and bedrock are a great block palette. They are indeed. But no. We're going to go here. Hopper, hopper, hopper. Comparator reading out. Let's do andesite and andesite. Would be dust on the top of there and there. I need this to have a clock in it. 1 redstone block and pistons. Don't worry, it'll be fine. This is not the final thing. I just need to test it. It would have been smart to do it away from the other builds. I've been playing Vintage Stories this Jumpy. What is Vintage Story? You've mentioned it before. I still don't know. From here, you need to head out. And I'm just going to do it really dirty. It's fine. That block there. Boop, boop. Boop. This thing goes that way. Do the same thing over here. Oh, bedrock. I'll do it properly. I've done loot east to west. South row to north, but in the forest. Hang on. In a forest, and I got into going north to south in columns, east to west. Village was, as usual, not square with a lot of holes in the ground. Right. On the ground are very nuisance. Constant falling and getting back up. I do find that I fall down holes more than I used to. Caves and Cliffs update added more in the way of holes. We are going there, into that. Torch there. If I were to put dust there and should put a repeater in. Repeater! Like that. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Perfect, that works. Same thing over here. And this is not going to be the right way of doing it, but who cares? When that's on, take this line out. We want that to also be on. So all we have to do, block there. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Into a block. Because once I go through there, that will invert it, so I've got to invert it twice. That's on, that's on. We're all good. The mod pack has given me boosted run speeds too, so I sometimes end up in a hole before I realised I was too close to the edge. You don't need modded for that. Fine. Into a block. Those. Dust goes over. Into a block and those. So this would be how it will work. This is just a proof of concept. Joby says it started as an ambitious Minecraft mob, but outgrew itself and is now its own game. It's good. I can describe it well. It's more real if it's mechanics. Oh, right. Yes, I have seen it. I think Puka might have been playing it. How many holes as there are? It seems like ravines have vanished from existence. I haven't seen a good ravine since like 9 months ago, probably more. I mean, I see them all the time. No, not when I want to. Oh, so far we'll still have them though. Yes, but I've played in New Worlds relatively recently. I didn't want that, did I? Because it's on most of the time. What I could do. Oh. Need the comparator. Then it'll just power off when the block's in there, so it will literally be half the time. Aha! Maybe coincidence? It's a toilet. It does look like a toilet, yes. What's this farm aspiring to be? So this is supposed to be a generic mob farm. So if we set our difficulty to hard. It is dark in there. Let's do the effects clear. So because it's dark in there, mobs will spawn. But there you go. There's loads of them on that level. We will end up with spies occasionally on the walls, but I'm not too worried about that. This andesite needs to be changed to blackstone. But I'm about to do that. Every time the clock switches over, it flushes things to the middle, and they fall down. See? Ooh, and an Enderman too. Yes, Enderman can spawn because it's 3 blocks tall here. Although Endermen tend to teleport out if they can. Realistically, you are adding a chance that Endermen go elsewhere in the base. You can adjust that by making sure there's no spawnable teleportable spaces nearby. I like the look of this enclosed flushing farm. Thanks! It's kind of based on a similar farm I've done before. I just wanted to put the redstone at the bottom. The reason for that Let's see. Tinted glass, please. Is this the middle? No. This is the middle? Nope. This is the middle. Right, so these are coming out. That's filling in. I'm going to go around like that. Oops. Enchanting table. Books. Boop, 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 boop. And I think it's there. Hook would go there. Crafting table. I'll show you in a moment. This will make sense in a bit. Well, that's a lot of mobs. Yep, it works quite well. You do get spiders clinging on, however, they will fall down eventually, and realistically, I'd rather take it. It's also Java, so mobs spawn more. Yes, but the idea is I want to build this underneath my base. Second, let's see. Let's just grab those for temporary. I want birch stairs, birch wood. It goes there. Let's mark this across. Yes, this will be built in bedrock. Also, welcome in, Neil. Barrels. That's the one. The idea is that I want to be able to look down and see the mob farm working from my storage area. My storage area in TB is around an enchanting table. My future hope and desire is to have, actually that'd be the other way around, but to have another area over here that's dug out and various different platforms for farms and stuff and things to be able to look in. Well, that's why my mob farm never worked in bedrock. I mean, it depends. This should work in bedrock, it just won't have the same mob rates. But to be honest, I'm okay with that. Passive, it's and toggleable. If I want to turn it off, all you have to do is you hook up a lever to power this. Nope. Be the other way around, but still. What is your delay between flushes? Does new flowing still cause lag on? Flowing water will always cause server load, but there's a way to turn it off, and if there's a way to turn it off, I can have it so it's only active when I want it to be active. I'm on my own on the server. I'm impacting no one. I don't mind that. The delay on the flushes I haven't adjusted yet. I've just gone for a single stack and an ether hopper clock. But I can change that later. This is very similar to the mob farm we got over there, but it's just slightly adjusted. But I've got an odd dimensions, and I think I'm happy with it. But like I have shape, we're going to build it with a regular stone, and then change things out later as and when I get it, because we can turn the water flow on, and when the water flow's on, nothing will spawn there. Worst case scenario, I go in and light it up. It's not a problem. I probably deleted all of them after giving up. Oh damn. Now I've done lots of mob farms. This was a relatively recent design that I was working on. It was based on the frugal flusher, but it was creepers only. We go spectator mode and go down here. Creative. So the spawning platform should spawn nothing other than creepers. Creepers then get washed off with a single block at the top. Clearly, I didn't put all of the other roses in. But yeah, this is a different design. Hang on a sec. So I do seem to remember there was an issue, and the issue would be that a spider could spawn there. Because they require space around it, and if they spawn on this block, it basically checks this air block, this air block, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and it goes, yeah, I can spawn here, and then it spawns here. So I'd need to adjust that, which is perfectly doable. Because if that was moved over here, for example, this is no longer spawnable, nor is this one, because the wall's over here. So I could do it, I just need to adjust where these are. Although, with that said, seeing any spiders in here. So maybe it is working. I know there's a couple zombies there, that's because there's some missing trapdoors. I won't worry about that. Was it a gunpowder and an occasional string farm? No, I wanted to make it a gunpowder only farm, which is what this. There's an effect. If wait, I did it recently. He says, and then realised I did. Which was what this design was supposed to be, just a gunpowder only farm, and then after playing with this was played around with for my community server. Instead, I settled on this design, which is basically only creepers can spawn. They spawn on that platform instantly. They get pushed off and fall down. Still fairly new to mob farms. Have a lot to learn. I do plan to have one in the center of a large build. Plan to build out mob farms are something I've always kind of prioritized. So in my Livecraft Season 2 base, I had a mob farm in the middle of my area, and it was this design here. It's similar concept, flushing farm, but it was this that I tried to then adapt to make a creeper only farm. However, there's problems with doing that. In here, you need to make sure that nothing can spawn other than creepers if you want that to work. And the way to do that is to have 2-block tall and then trapdoors, so that they only creepers can spawn, not zombies or skeletons. And then the other thing is spiders can spawn in short things like that because they are a short mob. But they can't spawn unless they've got a 3x3 area. So there's lots of little quirks for different spawnings. So if you know what you want to spawn, you can get it right. Yeah, generic mob farm over there. Then when I needed to build one for a skyblock world where I didn't have access to any redstone, I built this, which I called the dumb drop, and then I've used versions of this in various different places. So over there, that white box is a dumb drop. Delicious string, even more delicious string. Hang on, am I in spectator or a creative? Spec. So this is a dumb drop. It's the same thing where they spawn on the platforms, they pathfind off. Spiders do not spawn on this. I do. Yeah, because every block that's spawnable has at least one block taken. So only spiders, witches, skeletons, and creepers spawn, and they will spawn on any block. But the majority of blocks around that they can pathfind to are over a gap. So if he spawns here and tries to go over there, he just falls down and then goes into the furnace. So that's a dumb drop design which we used on Ocean Deep. There's my witch farm design. Where am I? God. Oh, there. So creeper farm. And then today we've just on this. I say just work on this. We've switched to this from what I was doing. I'm going to show you where this is planned to go, but it does require me closing Minecraft. That's right. You know that thing that says no video and not to panic? It's really fine. You really don't need to panic. I'm launching Bedrock. Bear with. Aha! It's caught the thing. It's cool. I know where my towel is. Good. Right, so that design, the idea would be to go underneath here, where we can see it. And what I want to do is have an opening here to have more farms this way, and have it going down a staircase so we can see the mob farm that's underneath this from within the walls. That's my next project to start. So the fact that I've just found an excuse to go design that was slightly unexpected, but I'll take it. But I wasn't sure whether it would work just having a small tinted glass window here, but actually because you're looking down the guts of the farm, you can see enough that you can see what's going on. So I'm kind of excited for that. The stone looks pretty desaturated. I hadn't really thought about it. I don't know. Just looks like stone to me. Everything looks slightly different in Bedrock to Java. Yep, that's right. Just waste the rocket. It's alright, you've got unlimited gunpowder. Oh wait, no you haven't. You haven't built the mob farm yet. The plus side, I do have looting on my sword now. But you know, I've now got 3 gunpowder. Seven gunpowder. Looting is so much better. I was killing things with my pickaxe because I didn't have a mending sword and yeah, didn't have looting in it. Right, we are gonna wrap up. Let me. Guess feels wrong to wrap up in Bedrock when I started in Java, but especially as I have to do that, and you get the big red bar at the bottom. Let's find someone to raid over to. Thank you for your amazing company. Thank you for enabling me to sort out the bamboo farm and then to design the future mob farm for TB. Very, very much appreciated. And I'm surprised that we managed to get around to it, so thank you. Thank you for the stream, dear. Angelic, please continue to get better. I'm glad you're recovering and at 85%, and I hope soon you'll be at 86% and then 87%. It's always a slow recovery, but please keep working on it. That makes more sense. I was thinking about the walls. Sorry. Just meant a bed in a tiny cubby seems like a sad bedroom. Oh, right. Yeah, temporary thing. I had to put the bed somewhere. I see someone to raid off to. They are playing Pixelmon, which seems fine. Icy Moo streaming. We like Icy. Icy's a very supportive streamer and friend. So let's go say hello and tell them about how awesome I am. Aw, thank you very much for the follow. Half pint lover. Thank you. Right, let's do the raid things where we do a slash raid, or if I can type it correctly, Icy Moo. As in the cow, obviously. Is it icy? No? Boo? There it is. And we're going to do a raid call. A raid call just posts a random message from the database where it picks one. Of course, the bot is unsubbed at the moment. If you're subbed, it will look like that. If you don't have a subscription to my channel, feel free to use it without the emote at the end, or insert your own emote there. See if you can do a better one than I've got. Thank you very much for your company. I will be back on Friday, so I hope to see you then, where Impish will be joining me, and we've got some interesting tasks to do. Being just yep, that's what you do when Sloyd calls you a dork. You just run away. Thank you very much. Goodbye.